Hey travelers, Mag, I, and a lot of geocachers who really wanted to meet Aichan here on day 249 of our trip around the United States. We're kicking things off with an event hosted by Just Finding Our Way for everybody here to be able to go and get some delicious donuts, and that is exactly what we're going to do in just a few minutes here. Once we've had an opportunity to meet all of these geocachers that wanted to come out and see Aichan, we're going to go ahead and get our day started in earnest. We have no pages and no counties to cover whatsoever today. Today is somewhat of a play day. We've only got 90 miles to cover from here in Apache Junction as we weave our way into the Phoenix area. Our only main goal for today is the Cache Across Arizona Cache, which is the county challenge final for the state and is going to require a hike up to the top of a mountain because of course it is. Beside that, everything else we're going to be doing can be cut from the list. So we're going to start things off with a series of challenges out here in Apache Junction, work our way through some virtuals into Phoenix, get the county challenge final, and if there's time remaining, that's a big if there, we'll also drop in and visit the Capitol, because as you know, we always love to get to see the Capitol buildings. I'm very excited about today because I know that we're not covering any miles. We're going to start things off with a bunch of great geocachers, a great breakfast, and whatever we find or don't find, it's all good because it's going to be a great day. So let's get out there and see what Apache Junction and Phoenix have in store for us. Come on, let's go. Yay! We are here with the main star of the Cache family, which is a group of geocachers that likes to get out, hit the trails, and make those finds. How many geocaches have you found as part of the Cache family?
585, I think.
About 585? Not too bad. How long ago did you start geocaching?
I don't know, like 2021, I'm not sure.
2021, that would have put you at like, what, 10 years old when you started?
No.
Well, nevertheless, I think he's going to be an aspiring cacher. What is it about this game that you like to play for?
Just like to find the caches, really. I think it's a fun thing.
Do you like it in the cities or out on the trails?
Both.
Both. As long as you get out there to find the caches, that's the key, right? Mm-hmm. And I know Aichan is loving all that attention you're showering on her right now. Our event host, Just Finding Our Way, has brought all of these geocaches out here first thing in the morning on a weekday to be able to attend this event. And Aichan and I are both shocked by the attendance. This is a great turnout.
This is actually a small event for the area. Evening events get bigger turnouts.
This says a lot for the Arizona geocachers. How many geocaches have you found?
Something over 12,000.
And when did you start?
2015.
2015, about 12,000. So you're rocking what?
A little over 1,000 a year.
Yeah, not too bad of a pace.
Yeah.
What kind of geocaches do you like to get out there and find?
Preferably gadget caches.
Those are the best, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you have any good ones in this area?
Well, those that I built.
And that is why we're getting to meet Just Finding Our Way, because he's not only a premier finder, but he's also a premier hider. Thank you for everything you have done and continue to do for this game, and thank you for hosting this event and getting Aichan and I to be able to meet everybody here today.
Happy to. I am so enthralled with what you're doing. I'm a little jealous. I've got 3 trips planned, but they're only about 80 counties each.
Every county counts, and it puts you one step closer to finishing it.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. We are joined by Muskoka Pearl, and this is not our first encounter with her as well. We ran across each other at the Yuma Swag Mega event and both had a great time out there. Now, you're not local to this area, right?
No, I'm from Ontario, Canada.
And you're here for the winter?
I'm here for 3 months, till the end of March.
And if I lived in Ontario, Canada, I would also be here for the winter. No doubt in my mind. How many geocaches have you found?
I have just over 21,000.
21,000. When did you start?
2011.
Okay, so you are rocking 2,000-ish per year, give or take.
Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad at all. What kind of geocaches do you like to get out there and find?
I like high favorites. I like events, obviously. I like earth caches. I like anything that you can hunt.
Hey, there we go. And you know what? That's what keeps most of us going in this game too. Just something that gets you out there to get on the hunt. And we are glad that you were able to join us at the Yuma Swag, and again, here for donuts this morning.
It's fabulous. And your dog is wonderful.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
That's great. Good luck on your journey.
Just east of Apache Junction, on the western outskirts of Queen Valley, is a series of challenge geocaches hidden by none other than our event host from the morning, just finding our way. Each of these challenge geocache hides require the finder to complete a challenge within the geocaching game before they can claim the find online. The challenges include things like blacking out all of the counties in the state of Arizona, finding counties across the country, finding a variety of geocaches, or perhaps finding geocaches with certain attributes. We spent our morning tracking down one find in this series after another before heading on into Phoenix for our main goal for the day, the Cache Across Arizona Final. Having hiked as far as we did yesterday for DeLorme Page 54, Ai-chan was a little wary of joining me on this jaunt into the hills once again. But with a little coaxing, I was able to get her out on the trails. The final itself is one of the few county challenge finals across the country that is actually located at the posted coordinates within the Phoenix Mountains Preserve. This grouping of parks consists of small mountains and adjacent foothills that can reach more than 2,000 feet above the 1,000-foot elevation of the city of Phoenix. Even taking the shortest approach we could find to the final, it still took us a few miles of hiking round trip through these hills to get to the prize we sought. But once we arrived at the ground zero, we were happy to find the final ammo can waiting at the top of the rise, which gave us a 360-degree view of the area around us. This also meant Ai-chan could get what she wanted, a hike back to the car.
Mission accomplished. The county challenge is now officially complete. Let's see what we got left of our daylight to go and enjoy a little bit of Phoenix.
As the most populous city in the state of Arizona, there are more places in Phoenix than we have time to show you. But our first stop on this short tour is the Scottsdale Xeriscape Garden. Located within Chaparral Park, this garden is an educational resource teaching visitors about low water use plants and trees, water harvesting, and other tips for caring for desert landscapes. As host to many geocaches, this 5.5-acre garden is well worth a visit. With its nearly 520 square miles and 4.85 million people, this is the 10th largest populated city in the U.S., the most populated state capital, and the largest city by area in Arizona. That's all to say that we could easily spend weeks here in Phoenix and still not be able to show you everything of interest. With numerous visits through the years, we have seen many parts of Phoenix and its suburbs, but one spot we have never been able to visit before is Roosevelt Row. Found within Phoenix's walkable art district, this area is home to art galleries, restaurants, bars, and boutique shops in a landscape dotted by colorful street art. Whether adorning the walls along the alleyways, guarding the doorway into a dumpster, or plastered across the front of businesses, you can find murals in this area literally at every turn. And there is almost no rhyme or reason to the murals, bouncing from Phoenix history to the Super Mario Brothers just like that. We allowed the relatively new virtual here to be our tour guide, bouncing us from one spot to the next over its 11 stages to fully explore these masterpieces designed by local artists. And I assure you, what you see here is only the smallest fraction of the murals that you will see if you take a trip into Roosevelt Row. No trip into the city of Phoenix is really complete without a visit to the Capitol building, completed in 1901. It originally served as the center for the territorial government before Arizona achieved statehood in 1912. Then, in 1978, with the inauguration of Governor Bruce Babbitt, the Capitol was reopened as a museum. Located directly in front of the Capitol Museum, you will find the Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza, serving as a home to a number of memorials honoring prominent figures in Arizona history, as well as memorializing significant wars and other events that have affected the state over the years. The plaza was established on March 9th of 1978 by the Arizona legislature in honor of Governor Wesley Bolin, who had died just 5 days previously. In all, there are 30 memorials to individuals, organizations, and events to be explored throughout the plaza. The memorial dedicated to the Navajo Code Talkers was a bit of a surprise, as it was nearly identical to the one we had just gotten a first to find on out in Window Rock in the Navajo Nation. And one of my personal favorites here is the Arizona Fallen Firefighters and Emergency Paramedics Memorial, dedicated on October 18th of 2015. The memorial pays tribute to the 119 firefighters and paramedics who have lost their lives in the line of duty within Arizona.
It is truly impressive just how many heroes are honored here at the Phoenix Capitol Building, and I can think of no better place than this to bring our day to a close.
And it looks like that is all the time we have for today. We began our morning at Apache Junction with a lot of excited geocachers who were ready to meet Aichon at an event hosted by Just Finding Our Way. After that, we popped out of Apache Junction and headed east just a little bit to take on a series hidden by our event host, Just Finding Our Way. Once we finished there, we decided, rather than risk waiting too long on our priority target for the day, which was the County Challenge Final, we immediately headed all the way into Phoenix and hiked our way up the trail, add our name to that logbook. From there, we got to head into the downtown Phoenix area, walk through a lot of murals, and finish things off right here at the Capitol Building grounds. The Capitol Building here in Phoenix is my second favorite Capitol building in the country. And I only say second because Iowa holds a special place in my heart that can't quite be tipped off. But this is a Capitol for the people. It has beautiful grounds all around with memorials. It's open to the public to be able to come in, tour the Capitol, tour the grounds as well. I really like being here, and I wanted to be able to showcase this to you before we decided to call it a day. Thank you guys for joining us. Like this video, subscribe to stay tuned for daily updates, and we'll see you out on the trails.